Afternoon. I'm here to conduct an interview on mobile addiction, and here I have with me my interviewee, Mr. Richards. Now, Mr. Richards, I'd like to ask you a few questions regarding mobile addiction. So, first of all, how often do you use your mobile?
Well, that's a very tricky question because often could mean using it with a break, but sometimes for me there's no break, so perhaps I've only used it once but never stop using it.
Okay, that's a very interesting one. Okay, good. Now, there are various mobile devices like tablets and smartphones, PDs, etc. Which one of these mobile devices do you use the most?
I use my mobile phone the most, or cell phone as it is called in Jamaica. A smartphone which does most of what the tablet would do, but just with a smaller screen. So I tend to just stick just with a smartphone, a good smartphone.
Okay. Now, do you use your mobile devices to contact persons within your house? Probably you're upstairs and somebody downstairs you want to contact and use your mobile device?
Well, you probably just heard my mobile device go off a while ago.
Yes.
But yes, at times I do use it to contact my wife upstairs or downstairs by a WhatsApp message. But that's done more on a, I should say, friendly, jovial basis, but not so much on a business level. No.
Okay. Okay.
So I would say no to that question.
Okay. So what would you do if your mobile device was lost or misplaced and you don't have it in your possession?
I would panic. In fact, I've panicked many times, and when I slap my pocket, it's right there.
Okay.
And the heart goes back down. But yes, I would certainly panic.
Okay. Now, on your mobile device, the smartphone, do you use almost all of the applications as you go through the day?
I would say no to that question. I use quite a few. In fact, I have certain ones which I use on a daily basis, but I have many other ones which perhaps I've used once, but I don't really use them each day. I would liken it to going on holiday and bringing a whole lot of clothes, but we only end up using a few.
Okay.
So I certainly stick within using a few.
Okay, good. Now, while you're sleeping at night, your phone might be on. Do you listen out for any notifications that might come in that you quickly jump to the phone and, try to see what's happening?
Up to a certain time, yes, but after that, I will just switch off and say, well, that's for the morning.
Okay.
If it's real emergency, then I expect a phone call and not a text or something from social networking.
Okay. Now, do you use any mobile devices or during your work?
Certainly do. In fact, it's a requirement. My work company, they have provided me with a mobile device which I use for emails, for collecting jobs, for sending reports, spreadsheets, etc., taking pictures at times as well. So I heavily rely on my mobile device to get my job done.
Okay. Interesting. Now, do you use your mobile on an ongoing basis, to make calls, text messages, back to back, going on and on?
I certainly do. And now with the arrival of WhatsApp, Voxer, Viber, those social networking apps, I tend to use those more than the traditional talking, calling a number, hello, how are you? So I would say yes to that. I certainly use the social networking text apps a lot more now.
Okay. So you would say then that you're a person who try to keep up with the mobile devices that are around?
I certainly do. I tend to keep up with the mobile devices as well as the applications and newer ways to communicate rather than the conventional ways which we were used to in the past.
Okay. Now my final question to you is, with all these mobile devices that you come in contact with throughout your daily activities, do you think you're really addicted to these mobile devices?
I would say yes. I really have to be honest with myself to answer such a question, but I think I do have a slight addiction. Maybe not so slight as well.
Okay.
However, I do think it is quite productive in the way that I use it.
Okay. Well, thank you for this interview, Mr. Richards. Really appreciate your thoughts.
It was my pleasure.
Alright then.